every employee, but they're starting with this small group and they're saying, oh, it's only 9% of the population. But if it's only 9% of the population, why did they just have a 3-day conference on the health insurance exchange in Washington, D.C.? This is no small deal. This is the underpinning of the national health care system that they are planning to create. And I think at the beginning it becomes single seller. The only place you'll be able to buy health insurance eventually will be at the exchange, if we allow the exchanges to continue to exist and to succeed. And it is our hope in our organization, it is our drive to shut down the exchanges by shutting down enrollment. The thing they're most afraid about is that you won't come. We don't want you to come. We don't want your employees to come. We want you to realize that this is the federal takeover center, and this is how Obamacare will be imposed upon the country. But if they can't get you to come, they can't financially sustain this entire mechanism. So when you look at this right here, what you really see is a national exchange with 50 portals into the central server called the hub. What we really have going on here is a national exchange. There's no state exchange, there's no real federal exchange. There's just a national exchange with 50 arms, one into every state to control what happens in healthcare. But if they can't keep the arm funded, if they can't sustain these very expensive IT connections, it's unsustainable and it breaks down. And that's what we're hoping for, and that's what we're driving to. And you may have seen our billboard campaign during the Minnesota debate on it, and we have more things in mind. And so if any of you want to help us to get rid of and thwart enrollment, feel free to come talk with me or to give me a call, because that's where we're driving. The one other thing I want to tell you about the exchange, two other things. One is that in that hub, when it gathers all that data, when you apply, there's what's called a federal system of records. Every piece of data on every individual who applies, on every employer, on every employee, on every contractor, on everyone is going to be in what's called the federal system of records, the largest database this country has ever seen. And then the third thing I wanted to tell you, and the third thing about the exchange is the governance board. So the governance board in Minnesota has 7 members. They were just announced on April 3rd. And they are the ones that are going to be deciding what kind of health plans will be on the exchange to buy your Medicaid for the middle class. And they will make other decisions, but they are the ones who are required to implement Obamacare in the state. And so we actually have an amendment for an upcoming bill to kind of try and thwart that a little, or at least have a vote on it.
This is a house of cards.
Yes, it's a house of cards. Let me see. All I wanted to say, because I know I'm out of time now, is to just say that we have a different vision for healthcare, and we call it the 5C solution. The first C is cash for care. So everything minor and routine should be paid for with cash. The second thing is catastrophic coverage, true catastrophic coverage, preferably defined contribution. If you have an appendicitis, they hand you a chunk of money. You know, you can use it to pay. You're going to have heart surgery, they hand you a chunk of money. You negotiate with the doctor as to who's going to do it. All that sort of thing. The third one is charity. We can never get rid of charity. Healthcare is all about charity. It started as a charitable endeavor. We can never lose it. We can never just go to the business of healthcare and leave compassion and everything else and charity behind. The fourth one is confidentiality, because with the data systems, they can grab your data, they can profile you, they can profile your doctor, they can control your doctor. And the last one is compassionate care. The only way we can have the doctor and the patient, the doctor really looking at the patient anymore, is to take out all those regulations, or to at least minimize regulations, minimize paperwork, minimize reporting, so that we have the patient and the doctor working together again. So I leave you with that. I leave you with a petition that's on a completely different subject, taking all your DNA, your health records and everything, creating genetic profiles. That bill is in conference committee on Monday morning. And that's it. Thank you very much.